Welcome to Fantastic Vision. Please subscribe us before you watch today's video. India, with a population of 1.408 billion, is considered to have the potential to become the next world factory by virtue of its huge demographic dividend. At the same time, the huge population resource is not only the cornerstone of the manufacturing industry, but it is also expected to be transformed into a huge market. This also makes global companies crash for Indian manufacturing and choose to build factories there. Whether it is global giants such as Samsung and Apple, or domestic manufacturers such as Xiaomi and Oppo, India is regarded as the next growth engine. But in the development process of Made in India, the situation has gradually changed. First, the freezing of Xiaomi's 4.8 billion funds caused an uproar. As one of the earliest mobile phone brands to go overseas, Xiaomi's main price-performance ratio is very suitable for the local Indian market. According to statistics, India's per capita GDP in 2022 will be $2,460, compared with China's per capita GDP of $12,700. Therefore, compared with brands such as Samsung and Apple, Xiaomi, which chose a low-price strategy, is undoubtedly more popular and once became the smartphone brand with the highest sales in the Indian market. Xiaomi ranks first in the Indian market. However, the rapid development of Xiaomi has also aroused fear in India, especially after Xiaomi defeated Micromax, Carbon, and other local Indian manufacturers. It caused a series of chain reactions. Also, as a product that focuses on cost-effectiveness, the existence of Xiaomi can be said to have cut off the development of Indian smartphone brands. When it was found that Xiaomi could no longer be contained by means of legitimate competition, India suddenly announced that Xiaomi had violated foreign exchange management and frozen 4.8 billion funds. As the first international brand to enter India, Xiaomi can be said to have contributed a lot to Made in India. It has built a smartphone industry chain from scratch and directly or indirectly provided tens of thousands of jobs. An important symbol of the rise of Made in India. But unexpectedly, when India's manufacturing industry has just started to improve, and when global brands such as Apple and Samsung choose to increase investment, India chooses to kill the donkey and target the hard-work Xiaomi. What followed also caused a series of chain reactions. First, Xiaomi chose to lay off 30% of its employees and reduce its investment scale after seeing that it was getting more and more difficult to stand and make money in India. It is undeniable that the Indian market has great potential, but an uncertain market will undoubtedly be full of various risks, which is what all companies try their best to avoid. You must know that Xiaomi, which focuses on cost-effectiveness, will have an adjusted net profit of only 2.47 billion yuan in 2022, which is only half of India's frozen funds. The current Indian market is inherently a low-margin market, and what many manufacturers value is actually India's future development potential. Not only Xiaomi, Ford, Walmart, Vodafone, and other companies have encountered similar penalties before. Among them, Vodafone was not only fined $5 billion, but was also required to transfer 38% of its shares to Indian companies. What happened to Xiaomi today is just a repeat of history. After the fine, the next step may be to ask Xiaomi to appoint Indian executives, transfer equity to Indian companies, and so on. Xiaomi sees new energy vehicles as the next opportunity. At this time, Xiaomi's choice to lay off employees and reduce the scale of investment is also a choice to stop losses. At the same time, Xiaomi's next bet is new energy vehicles, and India is very backward in terms of revenue scale and infrastructure such as charging piles, and has lost its position in Xiaomi's strategy. Foxconn abandoned India's $19.5 billion factory plan. Shortly after Xiaomi announced layoffs, India also announced that it would abandon its plan to build a $19.5 billion factory in India, which is undoubtedly a blow to Indian manufacturing. Previously, Foxconn had planned to establish a joint venture with Vedanta, an Indian metal oil group, to build a chip factory to produce semiconductor and display components, and the factory site was set up in Gujarat, the hometown of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Previously, this chip factory was widely publicized by India and promoted as a key project, but it was not expected that the final result would be destroyed. There are many reasons why Foxconn chose to run away. First, India has not passed the multi-billion-dollar subsidy for this project. Foxconn is worried that India will change its mind and refuse to pay relevant subsidies after the project starts. The cost of building a factory will be unbearable. In addition, there is a shortage of technical personnel and backward infrastructure, and the current situation in India is that the demand for chips is still at a low point, making it difficult to absorb production costs. In the end, India suddenly asked Foxconn to accept ST Microelectronics as a technology partner, which also reduced Foxconn's possible profits and reduced the right to speak, which was unbearable for Terry Go. Xiaomi and Foxconn chose to abandon Made in India successively, which is also a good thing for domestic manufacturing companies, and it will also help maintain China's status as the world factory on a global scale. At the same time, the signs of collapse in India's manufacturing industry are also a warning to the country. Win-win is the basis for cooperation. How to attract more companies and how to create more jobs are issues that must be considered at the moment.
Thank you for watching this video. Please let me know if you have any ideas. Do you like this theme of video? If you like more information about Made in China, please let me know.